Hello and welcome to Bible Study with Alice, and today we're on day 7, 1 Chronicles Chapter 7 of our daily Chronicle reading. We're reading from the ESV translation, but you're more than welcome to join us from a different translation. As you can see, we are on Chapter 7. These videos are filmed in real time. Today's date is the 22nd of May 25 and it's a Thursday. You can find the previous 6 videos in the playlist below. There is a disclaimer as usual, and that is one, these videos are unedited, and also probably I've already done it, going to stumble on my wording, and I'm going to mispronounce the names of the people in the Bible. And also there's a little bit of an announcement I'm going to make. Tomorrow's video, which is Friday the 23rd, and it be chapter 8, won't be happening, and I won't be doing Saturday, which is the 9th. I won't be doing Sunday the 10th, chapter 10 that is, and Monday chapter 11, and that is because I'm having my operation tomorrow on my right elbow, if it all goes to plan, that is. If it doesn't, then you'll be getting a video tomorrow. It won't be tomorrow, because obviously I'll be going to the hospital for my operation. But if it doesn't go ahead, then obviously you will get a video on Saturday. But if there is no video on Saturday, it's because my operation's gone ahead. I will put like an announcement in the community section to let you know that it's gone ahead and what have you. But it's just so I can have a couple of days to recover from my operation. And hopefully, if all goes to plan, I should be able to feel well enough to do a video for Tuesday. So you get a video on Tuesday, if I feel well enough, that is. If I don't, I will upload a short video, and I will say, I share a scripture, even if it's just that. But hopefully I should be fine to do it, but I'm not too sure, in all fairness, what's going to happen, because I started this Bible study after I had my operation on my left elbow, so having it on my right elbow, I'm in the middle of doing a book. It's not ideal, but it is what it is, and we just have to deal with it, won't we? But I will obviously let you know what happens, and if there is a video on Saturday, that's because, obviously we'll let you know, that is because obviously my operation didn't go ahead, but it should go ahead. I can't see why it wouldn't, and I've had it done before my left, so it should be all fine. But on Tuesday, if I'm feeling well enough, you will get a video at 11 o'clock. So I just thought I'd let you know before we get started that if you don't see a video tomorrow, and for the next couple of days, that is the main reason why. It's not because I'm just off the radar or anything, because I have an operation, and it's not serious, but it's quite uncomfortable recovery, and you know, it's just an uncomfortable recovery, to be fair. But I will obviously keep you all updated anyway, how it goes tomorrow, and if I'm going to be uploading a video on Saturday or not. I'll let you know. And if I am having an operation, I will try and aim for a video for Tuesday, but let's see what happens. So let's get started. The descendants of Issachar. The sons of Issachar: Tola, Puha, Jesub, Shimron, 4. The sons of Tola: Uzi, Raphah, Jerilah, Jamanah, Isaban, Shemuel, heads of their father's house, namely of Tola, mighty warriors of their generation, their number in the days of David being 20,600. The sons of Uzzah, Ishgala, and the sons of Ishgala, Michael, Obadiah, Joel, and Ishgah. All 5 of them were chief men, and along with them, by their generations, according to their father's house, were units of the army for war, 36,000. For they had many wives and sons. their kinsmen's belongings to all their clans of Ishkar were in all 87,000 mighty warriors enrolled by genealogical descendants of Benjamin. The sons of Benjamin, Bela, Beshka, Jedelah. 3. The sons of Bela, Eshbon, Uzzah, Jeremoth, and Year. 5 heads of the father's house. Mighty warriors and their enrollments by genealogicals were 22,234. The sons of Bishka, Zemha, Joash, Eleazar, Elinoha, Omri, Jeremoth, Ebihah, Eminoth, Alameth. All of these sons were Becca and their enrollment by genealogical, according to their generations, as head of their father's house, mighty warriors were 20,200. The sons of Jededah, Bilon, and the sons of Bilon, Jush, Benjamin, Edha, Kanahah, Zaphon, Sharish, and Elihashah. All of these were the sons of Jedelah, according to the heads of their father's house. Mighty warriors were 17,200, able to go to the war of Shupim and Hupin, were the sons of Hushran and the sons of Ehar. The descendants of Nephtali. The sons of Nephtali is Jezelish, Gun, Jezar, and Shalom, and the descendants of the Benha. The descendants of Manasseh. So the descendants of Manasseh, Ashra, whom his concubine bore. She bore Makkah, the father of Gilad, and Mishka took a wife for Hupin and for Shupin. The names of his sister was Makkah, and the name of the second was Zelohad, and Zelohad had daughters of Makkah, the wife of Micah, bore a son, and she called his name Persha, and the name of his brother were Shuresh, and his sons were Ulam and Rakim. The sons of Ulam, Bednam, these were the sons of Gilad, the sons of Makkah, the sons of Manasseh, and his sister Hamalaksheth bore Ishud, Abizar, and Malahah. The sons of Shemadid were Alahan, Shichan, Laiki, and Amanan. The sons of Ephraim. The sons of Ephraim, Shufim, and Bred, his sons Tapha, his sons Eblan, his sons Tapha, his sons Zabad, his sons Julaha, his sons and Elad, whom the men of Gath, who were born in the land, killed, because they came down to raid their livestock. And Ephraim, their father, mourned many days, and his brother came to comfort him. And Ephraim went in to his wife, and she conceived and bore a son, and he called his name Burim, because disaster befallen from the house. His daughters were Sheha, who built both Lower and Upper Beth Horon, and Uzen Shira. Repan, the sons of Resnan, his sons Tilah, his sons Tanha, his sons Labnan, his sons Amhud, his sons Elishma, his sons Nun, his sons Joshua, his son. Their possessions and settlements were Bethel and its towns, to the east Noran, and the west Gezer and its towns Shechim. The towns of Ihar and the towns also in possession of Manasseh, Beth Shenan, and the towns Tanakah, and the towns of Megiddo, and the towns of Dor and its towns. And these lived the sons of Joseph and the sons of Israel. So now we're going into the sons of Asher. The sons of Asher, Enan, Inha, Ishvi, Birin, his sister Shira, the sons of Bezrah, Heber, Malachi, his father Biris, Heber, father Jephahite, Shomer, Hotham, and the sister Shuna, the sons of Jephahite, Pashka, Bimel, Ashvath. These are the sons of Jephahite, the sons of Shemi, his brother Rohan, Jonabab, and Aram. The sons of Helam, his brother Zobham, Ishma, and Alma. The sons of Jopham, Shush, Himatha, Sol, Beramir, Bezah, Hud, Shema, Shelas, Ethan, Bera. The sons of Jether, Jephanhul, Pishpa, and Ara. The sons of Ulana, Ahara, Hanal, and Riziah. Oh my gosh, I really am struggling now. All of these were the men of Asher, heads of the father's house, approved mighty warriors, the chief of the princes. Their numbers enrolled by genealogical surveys in war were 26,000 men. So that is chapter 7 complete. And hopefully on Tuesday I'll be doing chapter 8. So, as I said, I have my operation tomorrow, so I would have said tomorrow we'll be doing chapter 8, but no, it won't be. So hopefully Tuesday I can be doing chapter 8. So, with chapter 7, actually with all of the chapters, the chronicler has actually been writing all of this information 1,000 years after it had happened. So, and also he's going by temple information, you know, he's going by information second-hand, secondary sources. I mentioned it here. So the person who would have obviously wrote it, he would have had scribal training and access to the temple records. So obviously he's going to have all this. He's going to have all this information from the temple. So the temple obviously holds all this information, and then the chronicler would have actually gone through all of it, and obviously that's how we come to have the Book of Chronicles, because he would have just wrote all this information down. It's a bit like how family history is done in today's time, and how you have like places like Ancestry, Heritage, I can't think of any other names. There's loads of other other family tree websites, but Ancestry is the main one that I use. And obviously on Ancestry they have all this information to hand, so you can literally just type in to the search engine the people that you're looking for, and then in theory that person should come up and you can have access to all their records, like the birth records, marriage records, death records, probate. If you don't know what probate means, it's records after you've died. It's a bit like your will, basically, but it's not. I say it's a bit like your will, but it's not. And the reason why it's not, it goes to probate if you don't have a will. So if you pass away and you don't have a will in place, and a lot of people don't, surprisingly enough, but there are quite a few people that do, but there are quite a large number of people in the UK in particular don't have a will in place. And because they don't have a will in place, it goes to a probate court. And if you hear a dog, that's my dog just wandering around. It goes to a probate court, and then it obviously then has to be discussed in court who gets the property, and that could be physical property or monies or jewelry or whatever, you know, the actual belongings of that person. It goes to court to decide who is the rightful heir, or who would have been the rightful heir, and it obviously has to go to court to get it all sorted, and then obviously it gets sorted. But on Ancestry they actually have some of these records available. For example, my great grandparents, they died without a will, and their estate had to go to a probate court to decide who was the rightful heir. Now, it wasn't going to take much to figure that one out, because my great-grandfather died first, so it just went to his wife, my great-grandmother. And when she died, back in that time period, which was like 40 plus years ago, it went to the eldest child. And I said the eldest child who happens to be a male. So even if you're not a male and you're female and you're the oldest child, it wouldn't go to you, it would have gone to your brother. I know it's so horrible to think of, but that was how it was back then. Now it's not so bad. You just give it to whoever. But all this information is actually available via Ancestry. So you, as I said, you literally just had that information there to be able to decide who, what, where, when, and all that, and fill the gaps. So when you're doing your family tree, you can literally just find that information and then just attach it to your family tree. And obviously then you're going to have ancestors of, descendants of other ancestors even, who are related to that person, and they can kind of, their tree will eventually fit to your tree. It's really interesting. I'm not going to lie, it is actually quite interesting how family history works out. But obviously back in the time of the chronicler, he had the information available to him via temple records, so he was able to put all this information together. Even though it was 1,000 years later, he was still able to put these information together, and he was just going by information that he had to hand. So he just literally just went through, it's basically like just going through a load of books and going, oh, that person had that child, and that child had that child, and so forth, and just made a note of it. But lucky enough, he just had it in via temple record, because back then they had it, that information available via temple records. So that was why it's so much, that's why there's a lot of listing of names, is because the chronicler is literally listing off information that he has at hand from the temple records, and by listing those off, he's able to then get a bigger picture. But for us, we can read all this and then go, okay, we now need to go to Book of Numbers, Book of Deuteronomy, Book of Esther. You know, we can go, I know we've already covered Book of Esther, so it's not so bad, but you know, we could go to other books, so we could go to all the other books that we haven't covered and be able to find that information, and they will explain those people in much more concise way, so you'll get an in-depth description and in-depth reading of those people, even though they were just literally listed in Chronicles. So it's kind of then much more easier to go, okay, I want to understand Moses' story and how he come about and how he is involved in this story, and then you literally just go and find him in the first 5 books which of the Bible, and you know, you can be able to find him, and you know, it's just at that point it's just much more easier to be able to understand this information. So you have it listed, and then you can just go, okay, I want to find out about this person now. Then you kind of research him in a book of the Bible, and then you read that book, and then you kind of think, actually, that now makes more sense than just a name listed in a book. That's why he's so significant. And that's kind of why I like the Book of Chronicles, because it's not my favourite book in the Bible. I mean, I can think of worse books in the Bible, but the Book of Chronicles is actually quite a good book, because I find it so interesting how they can have all these names, even though the names I struggle to pronounce, but it's so interesting to find out more information about those people. And then I can then go and find that information from the other books in the Bible, and then be able to make a clearer picture in my head of why that person is so significant and why he was listed in the Book of Chronicles. Because obviously the Book of Chronicles is a history book for Jewish people, so it's like Jewish history. And it's just so interesting to be able to learn about those people once you kind of see their name in the Book of Chronicles, and then you just wander over to the book in the Bible that they mainly focused in and learn about them about the significance that they have in the Bible and why they are relevant and how they have faith in God and why and what happened to them. Were they doing what they're supposed to be doing in following God and listening to God's words of advice and praying and doing what they need to do, or were they actually just being absolutely awful people and they weren't doing what they're supposed to do? So yeah, so that is chapter 7 complete. So on day 7, I'm on the 22nd of May 25, and thank you for watching. In a couple of days I'll be doing chapter 8, so don't worry, it will still follow in order. It will be day 8 chapter 8, so I'm not kind of just going to a different number. It will follow on. It's just not going to be filmed in real time, because obviously if we went by real time, it's supposed to be filmed tomorrow, which would be the 23rd, but it's going to be on Tuesday, which is 23rd, I think it's the 27th of May. So it's just going to be a few days gap between this video and that video, so don't worry. The day number and the chapter number is still going to be the same. It's just when it's filmed is going to be different. So just don't worry about that. I will be back. You're not going to get rid of me that easily. And we'll continue on in the Book of Chronicles on chapter 8. And thank you for watching. Please like my content. Please subscribe to my channel. And please turn on the notification bell so you get notified of content like this that gets uploaded to the channel. Thank you and goodbye.